how's it going? Welcome to today's episode of Cinemaholics. We are here at the Sundance Film Festival talking about a movie that happened. My name is Ryan, and I'm a cinemaholic.
My name is Bella, and I'm a cinemaholic.
And my name is Spencer, and I'm a cinemaholic, and we are talking about the great film that my great friends loved as well as I did, by the great director, Boots Riley, the great Sorry to Bother You. And I'm going to read the great plot synopsis on IMDb.
This is the greatest show!
In an alternate present-day version of Oakland, black telemarketer Cassius Green discovers a magical key to professional success which propels him into a macabre universe. This stars Lakeith Stanfield. Like I said, I think it's the debut of Boots Riley, who is a rapper. He is part of The Coop, which is pretty good music. I looked him up after watching this movie. So let's go ahead and start with Ryan. Ryan, what did you think of Sorry to Bother You?
Well, let's start off with the main character's name.
Oh, wait, let me just say one thing. Let's not do spoilers for this movie. Let's let people be surprised by it. Because, otherwise that would be super elitist and douchey to just tell people.
Oh, you mean kind of like the movie?
No. I'm saying don't spoil surprises for people out of respect for the filmmakers and cast.
All right, fine. Let's start off with the main character. His name is Cassius Green.
No, Cassius, like Cassius.
Like Cassius Green.
I think you're reading too far into it. His name is Cassius Green. That's how they pronounce it. It's
yeah,
like Cassius.
No, it literally was. I can't think of any cool names. And Cassius Green. That's what. This whole movie's about. That. Let's name our main character Cassius. We'll just say it a little different, and it'll work.
That kind of sounds
pretentious. It sounds a little pretentious.
It sounds like you're reaching. Is what it sounds like. That's a huge reach.
Overall, I getting serious about this movie. I found some funny parts in this movie. There are some legitimate funny parts. It was engaging. The beginning was really engaging for me, and there were some really cool stylistic directing choices. This isn't spoilers, and I won't go into too much detail, but there are a few scenes where he's a telemarketer and he gets on the call and he gets thrown into it's more of just a visual style of showing him talking to this person, and they physically put him in the room, and I thought that was outrageously cool. Like some stylistic choices like that really worked for me. At the same time, there were some stylistic choices that didn't work for me. I wasn't a huge fan of I don't even know, maybe it was like the lens style. They shot this pretty wide angled, and they would do some extreme close-ups and stuff on a lot of earrings and stuff, and that just kind of was weird and off-putting to me. I don't feel like that necessarily flowed with the movie as much. It felt like little clips that were like, hey, look at me. But essentially, I guess I'll counteract my point and say that's what this whole movie is the whole movie is, hey, look at me. For me personally, I feel like it did end up coming off a bit pretentious, like they had a lot more to say than they actually do address, and stylistically, it ended up not working. This is a really weird movie. I'm a fan of weird. This one just unfortunately didn't work for me. What'd you think, Bella?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of things you said. I think this movie is really, like, the colors are really pretty. I love the warm tones, and I love the characters. I think they're so interesting, and I love the outfits. I think that's really awesome too. It's just really, like, upbeat and just like, yeah, I can do this. And then it's just so colorful. I love that. So one thing, like, I like weird movies as well, but I think this one was just like, lots of times it's like, it was just kind of stupid funny, You know, and I think that's fine. Like a lot of movies like that, we even watched at Sundance were kind of like stupid funny, you know. But like this one, I think it was a little bit over the top for me by the end of it. But I really enjoyed the movie itself, like most things, you know. Just kind of, I think the end was just like a little bit. Oh, okay, yeah, that's very weird. um, and I that's fine. People like this. That's totally fine. It just didn't work for me so much. One thing that I wanted to say too is that I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and watch all of our other videos.
No, guys, I'm going to go ahead and share my opinion on this. I love this movie. I thought this movie was brilliant in almost every single way. I can't believe that I'm the only one, well, I'm definitely not the only one. The majority of people who have seen this have really enjoyed this. As far as like the critical community, it's been topping some people's best of Sundance list. It's not my personal favorite at Sundance, but it's in my top 3 right now, favorite ones. This movie has all the showings of being like a cult comedy, in my opinion. Like it's gonna have a huge cult following. I, off the top of my head, can think of tons of people I know personally, like from school or just friends, that are going to love this movie as much as I do, if not more. It's very, I think one of the things that kind of like lends me to like this movie is I do like hip hop music, and I kind of lots of times I like what the lyrics are saying in hip hop, and I like how it's kind of, sometimes hip hop can be something that's about like on the surface it seems like it's something, but it's about something much deeper, about social injustice, or about, in the case of this movie deals with a lot of really interesting topics, such as the difficulties of being from a poverty-stricken area and trying to move up the ranks of the working world, as well as how important it is to believe in a cause and to fight for a cause and to not ignore injustice when it's happening. Those are 2 huge issues that the main character Cassius Green has to deal with at a point in this movie. And I just thought this movie was phenomenal. The comedy was super, super funny to me. It worked almost like 9 times out of 10. I would say that the comedy really landed for me. And Lakeith Stanfield, I really am a fan of his. I hope Atlanta never ends. And I really thought he was a great leading man in this movie. Tessa Thompson was amazing. And Armie Hammer in this movie gives probably the best performance of his career. I would say he's so good in this movie. And every scene with him, like at first, he's only in like a commercial at the beginning, and they bring him back in the 3rd act. But I was kind of like, is he even going to come back into this movie? And he does, and he comes back, and it's just like this incredible sequence of events that follow. And the 3rd act of this movie is insane. I would say go in completely blind. Don't look anything up about this movie, and just see if you enjoy it. I feel like lots of people are going to love this movie. It's going to be a fun, wacky comedy that people watch like at midnight screenings. And, it's be like Flash Gordon, something like that. That's just ridiculous and hilarious, and people love it, probably for a really long time. So, let's go ahead and score the movie. I'll start. I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. I love this movie. I think it's fantastic. I can't wait to watch it again, and I think it's a hell of a debut from Boots Riley.
I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5 out of 10. I did enjoy quite a bit about this movie, but for as much as I did enjoy it, there was just a lot of stuff that I didn't enjoy. But I can totally see why people are gonna love the crap out of this movie. It just personally didn't resound with me, and it ended up just kind of feeling like a good attempt that was a miss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. And I remember what I was going to say. So I think the story, like what they wanted to say was interesting. Like the way they wanted to say it, I thought it was interesting. But in the first part of the movie, it just felt like there wasn't really any motivations. And I was like, oh, but what is this movie going to be about? I'm a little bit confused. And then I understood. So yeah, just want to comment on that. And yeah, I think that's our episode for today. And you can follow us on our social media. And we also can put that on the description. And Sorry, yeah. And yeah, that's it.